Welcome to the Jordan Banks Show, y'all. I am Jordan Banks, y'all. We live in the building, y'all. Every Wednesday, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. We got you covered. I'm your boy, Jordan Banks. Come enjoy the experience with me. It's a big week. Where they do that at? Everybody's favorite cousin, he's still in the building, y'all. Man. Big cuz, Big John. What's up with it, boy? How you doing?
Hey, man. Slow motion, man. Slow motion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. We trying to work it out, y'all. We had a few technical difficulties. There's always something when you're coming up, you're learning, you're doing. Right. But we're going to keep on going because that's just how we are. We built for this shit.
They say it once again. Happy holidays, everybody.
Once again. Y'all, boy, man, happy holidays. Y'all drink one, you know.
Right, exactly.
Enjoy your family.
I'm sure it's 12 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah. So we gonna have us a nice cold beverage, a refreshment.
Exactly.
And talk a little about what's going on. We just some everyday Joes and bros, and I ain't gonna be called a hoe, but
let's just see what's going on in America.
Oh, America. Oh, say can you see? Well, popular podcaster Adam22. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, y'all proving these women right. They say we just love the hoes and we just some hoes and nothing else goes. Well, popular podcaster. I look up to Adam22, the white boy, man. He started off from nothing. He got 4.5 million subscribers right now, making that big money.
That's what's up.
He married his porn star girlfriend.
Oh, God.
Yes, he did. No Jumper podcast host Adam22 married Lena the Plug. Fine little chick, man. You know what I'm saying? She a nice looking chick, but you know what's crazy? Because a few days after they got married, she went right back to work. That big buck standing behind, the big bruh standing behind it, all smiles. And she like, yeah, I'm back at work. That big bruh standing behind her like, yeah, you know I'm finna tear this shit up, right?
Hey, all I say is save something from home.
Hold on. But he said, Adam22 said at first he felt a little uncomfortable about it. But then he said, well, me and her done banged a lot of chicks. It ain't changed the relationship. I done banged a lot of chicks, you know, because sometimes they do a little porn thing for her OnlyFans. So he said, well, it's not right. It's not fair. And I felt the way about it. But now it's the best thing for us. I guess she coming home real happy after them brothers get done with her.
Right.
And he said, man, let me tell you something. I ain't going to be able to accept it. I ain't going to lie to you. You have to have a real pimp mentality for that. And you may say I'm wrong, but if you and your lady enjoy another young lady, choice y'all make together. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
But I don't think you can go out there solo talking about work when I'm making plenty of money to take care of us.
Right.
It ain't like I'm a bum out here.
So she like getting done in for fun.
And gangbang. By apparently big black man niggas. So
I just want to know where the line is.
I guess we can turn the hoe into a housewife now, bro.
Hey, you used to couldn't do that.
Couldn't do it. It was against it was man law.
Yeah.
Man law number 283. I'm being specific with y'all. Man law 283 said you couldn't turn a hoe into a housewife. Porn stars were off limits. You could bang and keep on going.
Hey, man, it's like the Constitution. They got an amendment. You can turn them into a housewife if you do the following. you make well over $2 million a year.
Yeah.
You gotta not care.
Can't give a shit. Because even if you're a porn star, most porn stars don't use condoms, right?
Right.
Most porn stars get it on wherever, right?
Right.
They swallowing it and everything.
Yeah, skin them in.
So what if she get pregnant by chance? You gotta wait 9 months to see who the baby daddy is. You going to Maury? What we doing?
Hey.
All right, we just said we're gonna raise a little brown baby. There's a lot there, bro.
Hey, it's each his own, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you can probably do that, but I can't.
I can't. I'm selfish.
There's no reason for the marriage.
what's the point?
What's the point? There's no reason for the marriage.
Well, one reason is to be married to you for a year or two, leave and take half your shit.
No, to me and mine, no reason for the marriage. We can do that.
Yeah,
right where we at right now.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could see from it.
That's why I say to each his own.
Well, congratulations, Adam. I like you as a podcaster, bro. You little white boy, man. You do your thing on that podcast, and you got plenty of viewers, and people love to come.
Hey, I'm not a hater. I hope it works out for you, bro.
Hey, good luck.
Hey.
Talk to me again in a year, because I know how it's going to end up. I mean, you don't know. But, hey, Carisha, a.k.a. rapper Young Miami,
oh, Lord.
from the City Girls. Now, this heifer was upset because she ordered DoorDash, right?
Uh-huh.
Fine institution, DoorDash. I ordered them at 2-3 in the morning. Fine institution. A girl comes to bring her the food. She sees the driver get her food out of the trunk, right?
Right.
So she puts out a tweet. I don't know who y'all think I am. I saw this hoe get my food out the trunk. Don't play with me. And someone quickly reminded her, because social media is undefeated.
Right.
Someone quickly reminded her of her recent conversations that she liked to be peed on. And they said, so you could be peed on, but you can't get your food out the trunk.
How'd you respond?
Make it make sense. She didn't.
No.
Make it make sense.
So.
But that's women, man. Women look funny, man. Women could suck you off. Do a beautiful job at it.
Get sprayed in the face, everything.
But they won't let you sip out their straw. Or they won't come behind you and sip out a straw or drink out a can. You. So, ain't that weird though, man? I always find that
so I can do a Danny Glover color purple. I can go to the toilet on you, but you don't want a little motor oil on your burger.
I can't figure it out. That's why I tell y'all buy that Steve Harvey stuff. See, Steve, you can't figure no women out, man.
No.
Ain't no freaking way.
And this ain't a knock to what Steve said. It probably works on some women, but that's not the blueprint for dealing with women.
We too different.
It's not.
You'll never understand the mentality of somebody who will suck you off for 2 hours straight, nose bleeding and everything.
Right.
But then say, don't drink out my can. Huh? Girl, we just bonded, didn't we? I thought we did. Mm-mm. When you gulped and burped, I thought we had a special bond. Them was my kids. Mm-mm. But don't drink out your Pepsi.
I've said this on River once before. I say it again. Women can't get along with them, can't shoot them. What do you do?
Where they do that at? I'm just saying, bro. I just thought that was a little strange.
Yeah.
Well, ESPN let go some of my favorite personalities, man. I tell you. They laid off 20 personalities.
Man, and one of them
legendary, man. Max Kellerman was big to me because Max Kellerman was boxing when they really ain't have a good boxing thing.
Right. Who gonna do it now, man? Oh my God.
He was football, everything, man.
Right.
He stood in on some of the shows they did when they didn't have another host, then replaced him with somebody.
And if they kept Stephen A, they could have kept that dude, man.
Well, Stephen A said, you don't know, it might be coming.
Right.
Jeff Van Gundy.
Right.
Jalen Rose.
That was my favorite right there, man.
Steve
Young. Was, man. Steve Young, too?
Yeah, Steve Young was one of them.
I didn't know that.
Todd McShay.
Really?
I can't even name all 20 of them, man.
That's Mr. College football there, man.
The only thing I could think is maybe they want to save money, because these guys all got to probably command a good amount of money.
But Jalen, man, that one, he was real with NBA basketball, man. Real. He kept it real, man.
Yeah. Now his hair got a little out of control.
Yeah,
in the bleach job. We all do a little, some of us do a little coloring, but damn it.
I just tried to look by there and stay to the news and knowledge of the game.
I think him and Jermaine Jackson go to the same people.
Don't take it personal.
Her just black and stiff.
Take the bitter with the sweet. Easy come, easy go.
I ain't mad at you, Jalen. I got room over here. But I'm saying, That's some of my favorite personalities ever on ESPN, man.
Yeah, that one hurt, man. I love Jada, man.
That's like them getting rid of the Swami. Remember the old boy Chris Berman used to be on there?
I guess if he didn't retire, he would have been a casualty too.
Yeah. Some of them voices and things like a few years ago, like Linda Cohen, even you can't replace them voices.
No, man.
Even remember Stewart, he died of cancer.
Yep.
Man.
Stewart Scott.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Whoa, boy. That give me chills just thinking about it. I was sitting there trying to do my little thing. I guess you'll consider this kind of podcasting, vlogging, announcing, whatever. And when I tell you these people are legendary, man, can you imagine them back when they was calling the Bulls games, giving the highlights?
So you don't let some of these people go, and then you pick up Pat McAfee. Now, I'm not saying that his podcast was good enough, but he would.
He just came off WWE.
Come on, man. Max Kellerman, and you pick up Pat McAfee.
I don't.
There's no comparison there, man.
I don't think I can say it's a money thing.
It's a money thing.
That's it. It got to be a money thing.
Got to be the figures.
Yeah, because Stephen A. I'm looking. I don't know. Maybe Stephen A. so controversial, and
I think
why you ain't get rid of Skip?
Well, I think. Because of the simple fact that First Take, they really can't find anybody to replace him. But I think they started to do him part time on there because I swear he be missing a lot.
Well, I don't think nobody want to really stay with him anyway. Cause Skip what the thing is though, Skip don't even know what the hell he's talking about. And I guess you always got to have somebody like that to just talk craziness.
Skip is just a shorter version of Bill Walton.
Let me say something. Skip hate great black athletes. That's what I get from him. Mayweather, he hated him. Everybody Mayweather was going to fight, Skip swear he was going to lose. He'll probably tell you now Larry Bird was better than Michael Jordan or any white person was he
hate LeBron.
Yeah, like he really has this crazy type of hate for black athletes.
Right.
And I guess you got to keep a white man like that around. To keep all the white people watching.
Right.
Because when I tell you that man had such vitriol and hate for Floyd never got beat. That was the thing I loved. Never got beat.
Yeah, I don't care what he do now. He's officially retired. All this he do.
Oh, boy had to eat his words after every pay-per-view.
Yep.
Then he had excuses.
Well, if they hadn't did this, Floyd would come on, man.
Yeah, sure.
Shut
Oh, God, it's never fit. Quarterback and activist Colin Kaepernick, our black hero.
He's still out there in the news.
35 years old. Still, that's not old.
No.
Says he still works out 5 to 6 days a week and waiting on the NFL team to call.
I am too, man. I've been working out since I was 18.
Let me tell you something. Colin, I've been a San Francisco fan for as long as I can remember. I wish they would call you. I wish they would never let you go. Especially now. I mean, even as a third streamer, I wish they had your second stream or something. But I don't think you tell them, man.
You ain't got it, bro. Come on now. You've been out of football for about 7 years.
I ain't gonna say he ain't got it. He ain't got a call. Ain't nobody gonna call.
You know what? I mean, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say with the utmost respect.
Once the NFL gave him that check, undisclosed amount, it was a done deal.
That was it. You weren't coming back. You might as well go and find something different to do. But my whole thing is this with him. You've been removed from the NFL for about 8 years now. About 7 to 8 years.
Hurt my heart.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm not sitting there saying what you couldn't do when you were there. But 7 to 8 years removed from this game, I'm sorry, bro.
It's a lifetime.
You might as well.
Lifetime.
Your ship has sailed. You might as well go ahead and do something different.
Yeah, Colin.
The athletes are stronger, faster, smarter. You still playing the game from 8 years ago. I'm sorry. You can watch it all day long.
I bet he can still play though, man.
I don't think.
I bet Colin Kaepernick can still.
I don't think
he was just special, man.
He was special, but I guarantee you, where they brain is running on 10, he's gonna be on 7 when he's out there.
Well, maybe since he's been practicing 5, 6 times a week for 8 years.
But he's still practicing an 8-year-old game. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm sure he got film study, highlights, and maybe he'll be an ESPN analyst.
It's just because he was a San Francisco quarterback. So you keep open lie.
Man, I'm just saying, man. Damn.
And ain't no disrespect, because I love the dude. Even when, he came with the Ravens or whatever, that dude scared me with the Ravens. He scared me.
That's some BS, man. NFL ain't gonna let you back in there.
Nah, man. Just go and do something. You're doing great things. Just keep moving. Keep moving the direction you're moving, man.
Yeah, I like the black nationalists.
I don't want you to be one of them people who sit there, man, let this go, bro. Let it go.
Well, all right, Kyle. I would call you if I had a vote, but I don't.
Thank God.
I call Joe Montana right now. I think Joe could outplay half y'all right there. Shit, man, please. But the USDA has approved its first lab-grown meat to be sold to the public.
Lab-grown meat,
and they said the chicken is made from cultivated cells. Now, what the hell that mean?
Cloning.
I'm not a science aficionado or nothing.
It's a fancy way of saying they cloned the chicken and now they finna sell it.
I guess as they said, it don't sound like meat. I don't know if I want no lab grown chicken. Peas, potatoes, nothing.
Farm raised. I'm sticking with that.
I had trouble with this air fry stuff, but you know what? I can still air fry real chicken.
Yeah. Now
I throw that lab grown rat in the air fryer. I don't know what's coming out.
I'm sorry, man. It's I know technology and times we have to embrace it, but some of this stuff, man, just a little too much for me. I'll always be that throwback guy. That's not, and I made up in my mind is what I can embrace some technology, but I'll always be that throwback guy.
You know what? Don't mess with my food. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of land out here, plenty of chickens. Don't mess with my food.
Yep.
All this other stuff y'all want to do, fine. Leave my food alone. Damn. Y'all want to fly cars that ain't really cars. They just airplanes any damn way. Okay. Leave my food alone.
And this has been an age-old saying. I don't know why y'all like to fuck with a black man and his food. You know it's a problem.
Why?
You know it's a problem.
I don't understand it.
Especially a country-ass black man. Oh, my God.
Well, that ain't the only thing going on in this country, man. The government is something else. Whether it's a state, federal. The California Court of Appeals have allowed molestation allegations and charges to go on against Michael Jackson.
Man, they ain't even here.
As they say, they do it against his estate.
What you gonna do? Dig him up, put him in jail? What kind of bullshit is this?
The purpose is just money. A nigga can't be rich dead. I mean,
so you want to allow these people a chance to sue so they can take some of his estate
and dirty up his name even more.
Wow.
I don't understand.
See, this is why I'm all over free R. Kelly.
But
like this.
I said before, man, death pays all bills.
Not no more. No. Still got an outstanding balance.
They gonna go dig you up. Now, listen here, brother. You wake your ass up.
No, don't be standing looking at me standing still like you don't hear me.
If you die, I'm a key. I don't understand.
You ain't gonna dig him up. You can sit there quiet if you want to, but you gonna pay it.
Act like you don't hear me.
That's right.
You get this bill, you gonna know something wrong.
Yeah, I swear, boy.
I don't know.
Rest in peace, Mike.
The California Court of Appeals said it could go on. Speaking of this old government, they won't leave R. Kelly alone.
What they do with him?
Court has ordered his record label to pay his victims over $500,000 in royalties. What more you can do to the man? I mean, I feel like this. If you're gonna do that, let them put out an album.
Yeah.
And sell it.
Why not?
Let them get a piece of that.
Why not better work release? Let him tour. Let him make music. Throw his ass back in jail at night.
Yeah.
And let him work off his debt.
Supervise.
Yeah. What it should have been a long time ago.
Because he could still be a great asset. There'll be a lot of taxes collected for the government.
Exactly.
Some of these folks in there, they could pay their own way in prison.
You throwing them in jail wasn't by nothing but money anyway, so you might as well let the man make money. That's the way I see it. There wasn't nothing about money when you threw him in there.
Because now you're losing money.
Yeah.
not that they should just let child molesters and stuff free.
And I'm glad people are speaking out. We bumps R. Kelly. So
we do.
So you know, we bump R. Kelly.
I ain't gonna lie, we do. Well, I leave today. It's gonna be R. Kelly. It's the holiday.
Down, I don't give a damn how many women ride by, nigga. Here,
it's the holiday.
You can sit there and say something trusted believe. You ride by my truck and I'm bumping. You got something to say? You getting the finger. I ain't saying shit else behind it.
Teddy P.
I'm telling you. TP2 12,000. Let's
turn them off. I don't care. Ryan Isley, he went to jail too. I'm with all that Mr. Biggs.
I'm telling you.
Shit. All right, look, man, y'all got me upset now. R. Kelly, man. But this here, now see this nigga here. I'm so sick of him too. Ja Rule responded to 50 Cent trolling him and trying to make fun of his performance.
Oh,
now, let me tell you something, 50. It's been a long fucking time. But Ja Rule told some truth. Ja Rule said that 50 is acting like an obsessed ex-girlfriend. And he needs to take his dick out of his mouth.
Oh, wow.
Ja also said, all this back and forth you've been doing on the internet for years. Where I'm from, we do something. So do something.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm with y'all on that.
Yeah.
You know why? Murder Inc.'s story has never changed.
Nope.
The biography they had, many eyewitnesses that nobody can dispute. Even 50 Cent tell you he saw Ja Rule on the plane by himself. And what did 50 Cent do? He trolled him there, walking up and down the aisle. But you ain't do nothing. You claim these are people who were trying to have you killed.
Right.
You just walked up and down the aisle. I wanted to make him uncomfortable.
For what? So he can get off the plane and go home?
Yeah, and you made him uncomfortable, then what? What are we talking about here?
To me, where I come from, you make a man uncomfortable by hitting him in his mouth.
Yeah.
There's no more uncomfortable feeling than that.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. It's on the record that 50 Cent did a restraining order. He tried to say he didn't. We know Irv got and his brother beat him up at the mall. He tried to just say he didn't, but there are witnesses. Ja Rule and Black Child chased him down in Atlanta. They got witness to that. They got witnesses to the attack that Murder Inc. had on him at the Hit Factory. Can't dispute that. They got stabbed up. So Murder Inc. and Supreme, who was with Murder Inc., he said he got you shot up. Seems very one-sided. Because if your point was to just kill Ja Rule's career, well, if people just prefer to listen to you, okay, I don't.
Right.
But Ja's still touring and making money.
Yeah.
Still got a catalog that makes money.
Yep.
You ain't stopped this man and his family from being rich. You just want to seem like the tougher person, kind of bullyish.
So in other words,
I'm not a fan of bullies.
You saying
I'm sorry.
You saying him and Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah.
Ain't really him.
I'm saying he been getting rich and dying crying. Bruh, let it go. And you keep on, well, I'm a Gemini or something, and you let it go.
What
okay,
the hell
then.
Does Zodiac's got to do with this?
Exactly. Then I'm with Ja Rule. Do something. Because if you're not going to do something,
shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. What you still belly aching about?
Wow.
You acting like an obsessed ex-girlfriend. You acting like 50, we going to call you Mariah Mills. That's what you acting like, bruh. I like some of your music. I ain't a big fan. I ain't got to watch you in interviews, TV shows. I really don't, But damn, how much you going to troll somebody?
He reminds me of this guy who used to play basketball. This dude was 6'5", probably about a good 210.
Soft, huh?
But soft and couldn't hit a shot to save his life. I used to call him big for nothing.
You big for nothing.
You do lift all these weights and do all this shit for nothing.
Just talk.
That's it. Big for nothing.
I don't understand y'all. Find some business, bro. Don't you got a million other things? Anyway, moving on to another one. Now, this brand, the IGO, or whatever they call it, that brand Puffy with, they let his ass go. After that lawsuit he put in about discrimination. Now, Puffy, I'm with a brother doing whatever a brother got to do if he feel discriminated against. But Puffy, While you out here dancing and singing and smiling, then white folk gonna show you how much power you really got.
Man, look.
You out here cheesing and smiling and dancing around, and you ain't really serious. You ain't really serious about nothing.
Nope.
You just out here having a good time at everybody else's expense. Black Rob died crying broke. Everybody died broke. Everybody this and that. You got these folks walking 3 miles for cheesecake. You ain't really doing nothing serious. But you want us to jump behind you and support when you scream racism.
That is something about his label, man. Well, most people that was on it don't come out with no money.
Most people around him are now dead.
But he on Forbes list, still top 5 out there, I believe.
Yeah.
And, we're a rapper, musician, whatever, and money earnings.
Karma's a bitch. Well, we'll go from Puffy to I think it's time we go. I'm gonna do me a little master class. Get them old birds chirping, because as I say with this master class, y'all ain't listening. That's just a talk, but y'all ain't listening for real.
Not at all.
I got sense enough to know y'all ain't gonna change. But let me tell you something. This week's master class is for the poor white voter.
Okay, that's new.
Even with the poor white voter, I'm gonna throw something else in there. I'm gonna throw in a lot of y'all naive Mexicans and silly ass Negroes, because y'all on the Trump bandwagon as well. Y'all have been Trumpicized. Let me tell you why the poor white vote and what they say is so ridiculous. Number one, that man don't give a shit about y'all
at all.
That man care for poor people like he do a debt. He don't care. He will file bankruptcy on you. He done it 6 times.
Man. Get a whole casino built and then file bankruptcy on the whole production.
But let me tell you something. It's one thing to promise a bunch of things. It's another thing to deliver. Trump has not delivered on one item. Y'all remember the wall that Mexico was going to pay for? Didn't deliver. Y'all remember we're going to have great health care?
Never delivered.
Didn't deliver. Y'all remember the infrastructure is gone to hell and it's going to be totally brand new. It's going to be the greatest ever. Never happened. Every talking point he gave was just a talking point. He, if all they give you is what they going to do, had a chance. Ain't like he didn't get in office. He got in there, didn't do it.
Right.
Couldn't do it. Now, it's something in you, poor white folks, naive Mexicans, and just dumbass niggas that make y'all really like him. And I think it's just because you think he speaks your language. He says, well, we wish we had the camera on, we could say and we're brave enough and da-da-da-da. Yeah, but it's all flustering and just nothing. Another fact about it is, if all white people felt that way, we never have Democrats elected, we never have Barack elected. Because you dumbass nigga, we, as a total group, do not have enough votes to outvote white people.
Nope.
So we have to have some of them white folks and others for anybody to get in.
Right.
Trump got 74 million votes. Ain't 74 million black people in this country, you idiots. It ain't 74 million Mexicans.
Right.
He don't like you. Hey, that man will say anything, just like a lot of other people, to stay in office and have that cushy lifestyle.
Right.
The world now, especially in America, it ain't about no socialist, X, Y, Z, all these other titles. It's about class. Rich and poor.
That's it.
If you notice, here's the discrepancy. Oh, Democrats got y'all food. No, here's the real discrepancy. When Republicans are in office, the disparity between rich and poor goes up. That's the measuring stick. It's all about money. Trump like you if you got money. You poor white hillbillies, he don't like you. He knows it's a vote. And you guys, Martin Luther King said a long time ago, you're either consciously stupid or morally ignorant. Or consciously ignorant. See, you will vote to your own demise.
Right.
Because you think it helps to push your race along. in some way. All y'all standing out here, he talking about tax cuts. That ain't for you. Ain't man one of y'all in this crowd making over $400,000 a year.
Ain't nothing for you.
None of you. That man don't even want to shake your hand. We just said last time he went to a restaurant, told y'all the bill on him, and he left.
Oh, he just forgot to pay it. We still support him.
Y'all have been Trumpicized. Let it go. You not. And another thing is, with that base, you hillbillies, he's not going to win the election with just you guys.
Right.
Because contrary to what you believe, that ain't most of the world. It ain't most of the country.
And these idiots still believe the election is won on election day.
Oh, I've heard some of them say Trump is king. Trump is still in charge of the country. Oh, there's a good and that's what really one got me. There's a good and a bad military. See, the military is running this, and Trump is in charge of the good one. And y'all so disrespectfful. I mean, 4th of July, y'all so disrespectful to the armed services. Y'all think there's a good and a bad man. And then tell me this. If Trump's in charge of the good military and the military's in charge, why would he be under all this stuff?
Right.
Indictments and that don't even make sense.
I don't understand how you can come up with so much evidence of somebody. Oh no, he's innocent.
They don't have any evidence. That's their problem. They done so many interviews with these people. Where you get your information from? Oh, mainly Facebook and Twitter. That's your Bible. Facebook and fucking Twitter. Ran by Elon Musk. Another idiot, hapless, rich fool.
Exactly.
Both of them, they're like though. Both of them got to start with their father giving them millions of dollars. You give me millions of dollars to start. Come on, man. There's nothing smart about these guys. They're smart enough to know that you hillbillies are just dumb enough to go for whatever.
Right.
That's my masterclass, man.
Election day is not won on election's not won on election day, people.
No.
You have to vote. Not. You have to vote every time there's an election.
Yeah. You got to. Because some of these folks live through the cracks. They live in these areas where they redistrict shit and get all the vote gathered here. You know, you got Marjorie Taylor Greene and some of these stupid people in there. But, you know, you can't discount good people, man. And not all white people feel like that. Because if they did, we would never get nothing done.
Right.
Because we simply don't have the votes. I mean, every last one of black people could vote. Babies, old people, sick and in the hospital, and prisoners. We would not have enough votes to outvote white people.
Right.
That's just a fact. I'm gonna give you one more stat. Y'all crunch on this if you want to while y'all out there talking about what Trump did. Do you know that 60% of people in America make less than $40,000 a year? How Trump help you so much? Yep. What you gonna get with $40,000 a year? That's not even a good car.
You know, I tell you what it buy you. More debt.
That's the only thing it will buy. You'd be more recycling debt.
Exactly. More debt.
That's all it is. But I'm gonna get off of it.
Yeah,
as
man.
I said, they ain't gonna listen nowhere.
Changing the mood of this podcast. Let's move on.
Yeah. I'm gonna move on with it, man. Let's do a little sobriety check there. Always a good time. One of my favorite parts of the show. And I think it's a sober people. It's a holiday, but they ain't got drunk yet. I would say that. Well, damn. Ron DeSantis, the old Florida governor running for president, he says if he president, he getting rid of the Department of Education, the Justice Department, the IRS, the Easter Bunny, and Santa Claus. He just gonna get rid of everything, I guess.
So what do you want to be president of then?
Himself? Is he drunk or sober?
This motherfucker's drunk, man.
Yeah, he fall down. He good times drunk. Yeah. He witty drunk.
Yeah. They had the wino.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Because, you know, again, like I was just saying, it sound good.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like I know, it takes an act of Congress to do anything like that.
Ain't nobody gonna back this dude.
Why don't you just say you're gonna get rid of credit bureaus? I'd be more excited for you.
Thank you.
You know the IRS keep electronic records now, sir? Like they got paper files back there. You don't get rid of us.
I would have rather you tackled that.
Well, speaking, the Supreme Court decision to end affirmative action in admissions policy. Justice Clarence Thomas, is he drunk or sober? He says colleges can no longer use race as a part of its admissions policy the way he did. Is he drunk or sober? Clarence Thomas.
You know what, man? I can't tell. I can't tell if he's sober and just really want to hold motherfuckers back, or drunk and just making a dumb decision. I can't really tell. This dude, I can never tell whether he's drunk or sober.
Well, I think he ran into the right sobriety check. That motherfucker drunk. He drunker than Anita was when she said that her was on that Coca-Cola.
This dude, man, got to be crazy, man.
Clarence Thomas, man, he act like an angry ass grandfather.
Exactly.
Like, just die.
No, not right now. Well, yeah, right now, so they can put a Democrat on the seat.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now.
Bro, what I tell you? It's transgender.
Entitled people.
Well, they've applied to join the big pageant.
We just talked.
We just talked about it. I told you it was going to happen. They want to be a part of the big pageant. They want to represent their country.
You know what? So take Miss Universe. No, seriously, let's go and explore this. So we can take the Miss off of it.
Just call the universe.
Just universe.
A universe. What's it? There's a Mr. Universe, a Miss Universe. So we just gonna have this a universal person.
Since they want to do this, let's just gonna have men and women.
Well, yeah, they already had that. It was called a Universal Circus.
Well, it ain't go national now.
I told you it was gonna happen. I told you it was coming. I'm done.
I ain't lying. You know what I would do just to sit there and bust a bubble? I would make it to the point where all genders can participate. Straight men, just so. Because all they trying to do is to get and see. Yeah. Here's what I don't like about.
That's how everybody compete.
Here's what I don't like about transgender. You can be transgender. Nobody got a problem with that. We have a problem with you trying to sit there and force your will and take over the world. Yeah. That's what I got a problem with.
Yeah.
How come you can't just fit in like everybody? Nah,
it's I'm like not Pinky in the brain.
Yeah, I'm not sitting there saying that somebody don't discriminate, but who don't? Black people get discriminated against. Mexicans, foreigners, who don't?
Who don't?
I'm going to say this, and I know some people are going to uproar. Even our black people discriminate against white people.
Of course.
So everybody gets discriminated against.
Some racist motherfuckers.
Thank you. So why do you feel like you need to insert yourself in shit that is specifically made for a specific class? Create your own pageant if that's the case.
Just let everybody participate. Then.
Yeah, so just let everybody participate. Kids, I don't give a damn. Just let everybody in.
We'll have a boxing match too.
That way, it keeps your ass right where you at to the point where you ain't getting no more notoriety than everybody. Cause that's all this is about.
That's all it's about.
Yeah, this is about putting y'all out there, notoriety. I am me. This is he. Man, fuck all that. We people.
Yeah.
And you need to operate as such. As we people.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm done with my masculine part of that shit.
Another sobriety check. That old Supreme Court. It's the Supreme Court, drunk or sober, they struck down Biden's debt deferment program or debt elimination program. Well, helping me out considerably.
No, they sober because they were drunk. It would have paid.
Well, and I tell you, I like Ketanji Brown with her thoughts on not only this, but the affirmative action. Boy, that sister been in there going in on them.
Yeah.
And she ain't pulling no punches about it.
I'm glad she was elected there, man.
Jesus Christ.
We needed that voice because Clarence Thomas wasn't doing shit.
Okay, last sobriety check. Elon Musk sets daily limits for Twitter users. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, okay. I'm not even going to comment on whether that.
Who cares? You only had so many characters anyway, you mutt. Who fucking? For a guy who want. Oh, everybody should just say what they want and have freedoms. You sure trying to limit people on that shit.
Right.
You came in, started charging folks, told folks that worked at home for them, you got to bring your ass in the office. You fired half the people. You got to pay for a damn blue chip and all this and that. You got limits. So what? Now you're going to put limits on how many times a person uses it. Elon Musk kiss my ass. Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
He going to make me.
Go back to South Africa, wherever you're from. Because you ain't really from there. Your ancestors, y'all came and stole some shit, but that's neither here nor there. Y'all go ahead. Well, let me tell you what, man. I'm off that sobriety check, but white folk, man, y'all get away with shit, man. A 19-year-old little white boy walked into a Minnesota restaurant and started throwing Skittles at everybody. He threw Skittles at people until the police came. And guess what? It took 3 officers to arrest the Skittle throwing vandal.
Why it take 3 officers? It take one white man, one white police officer with a gun to arrest a black man, but it take 3 officers.
That was a black dude. He'd have been dead.
Oh yeah.
While he ended up tasting the rainbow,
mm-hmm.
They just said that them Skittles are dangerous. Could have put an eye out.
Exactly. Deadly weapon.
They'd have capped his ass. Took 3 officers to arrest this little white boy.
Did they get him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to question that. Did they even get him?
Might have let him out the car. Well, okay. If you ever wonder what's wrong with the Will Smith and Jada Smith kids, I tell you. Jaden Smith said that it was his mother, Jada, who introduced him and his siblings to psychedelic drugs.
Oh, okay.
That little boy so confused. He said, yeah, she took that leap out there for the family and took it for us. And
you know, she might have gave Will that while she was fucking his friend.
He didn't know what was going on. So he was so high.
Exactly. Because I'm still trying to figure out how a black man allowed his wife to do that, and he okay with it.
If them kids one day age, they could go in and take them.
Mm-hmm.
You just admitted that you abused your kids, or he admitted that his mom abused giving them drugs. You can't admit to nobody. Oh yeah, I give my son weed to smoke. He 12. Yeah. That's okay.
It helps him.
That's child abuse.
Yes.
I can't believe Jaden Will. Okay. Well, a man who had a warrant for him in connection to the Capitol riots. Well, they got his ass, but they found him over towards Barack Obama house in D.C.
Oh.
Allegedly, he wanted to go and kill the former president. So when they caught up with his smoky ass, he took off running towards Obama house. He had weapons and explosives. Took his ass down, though. Sometimes the police do a fine fucking job.
Did they shoot him?
One of them occasions.
They should have shot his ass.
They should have just choked him to death. Give him a slow death.
Mm-hmm.
Break a toe at a time.
Motherfuckers, boy.
A lot of white folks tell you the Capitol riots didn't happen.
Right. It's all a hallucination from the drugs they take.
Yeah, Jada Smith gave everybody drugs.
It never happened. Never happened.
Well, boy, them brothers, boy, I tell you, brothers some smooth niggas, man. This one brother in South Carolina, man, he been on the run for 17 years with drug trafficking. Started a whole new family. He had a new wife, kids. Police came, the wife and kids, they had no fucking idea
who he was.
He had a whole name, everything. Boy, brother smooth, man. Boy, I tell you.
You know what? Here's a question I got. If you do these drugs and you make so much money, you know the Fed's looking for you.
You know it.
Why you stay here? Why you stay here?
He probably was voting in it.
Because here's the thing. If you done create a whole new life, then you're not in touch with nobody in your previous life.
Mm-hmm.
Then why stay here? Come on, man.
Can't give up the hood.
America is not the only place they got hoods.
Yeah. This world is a big world, man.
Yeah.
We can't.
I'm sorry. Non-extradition is the only thing that's on my mind.
That's it.
If I'm not finna keep in touch with my family anyway, why would I run the risk of getting caught?
I'll be calling Putin. What you want to know?
Exactly.
I tell you everything I know, sir.
Exactly. There's no reason to be here.
I don't get it. Yeah. But we keep doing it anyway. Mm-hmm. And we keep with this foolishness, man. 30 people were shot in a mass shooting in South Baltimore at a block party. So far, 2 people have died. Wow. We ain't gonna stop. So I don't know.
Yeah. That is just condolences to the families.
You like to say it starts at home, but guess what?
Yeah.
An Atlanta mother shot her 17-year-old son several times in an argument over a video game. I don't know if you can start at home.
That's where
kids ain't safe nowhere these days.
Man, that's the first I've heard of that one.
John McGee, this one, I'm gonna go enjoy my holiday.
Okay.
This one here, man. It ain't funny, but it's a Texas man sentenced to 45 years in prison for shooting a man who hugged his ex-girlfriend. It wasn't his ex-wife. It's what his baby mama.
Just the ex-girlfriend.
They weren't together no time recently. The man hugged her at a club and he shot him.
I guess he wasn't over.
I don't want none of that sunshine. Where they do that, y'all?
Peace, people. Enjoy your holidays.
Happy fucking holidays.
Crime free.
Yeah, we don't have no show.